Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol, and this is the Chain of Seduction. So today's video, I'm going to talk about the map, M-A-P, the map. And I'm doing this because I've not really talked about it on the video series. I've talked about it in both the books that I have written. It's been sort of the central theme of both of the books. I just haven't really defined what it is on the video. So here we go. So in essence, the map is just a shorthand way of referring to the process where you decide to make yourself more attractive, put energy into effort into improving your life, improving your health, your fitness, how you dress, your interactions with people, so that rather than complaining at your partner and trying to get them to change, you change yourself, become more attractive, they become more attracted to you, and then your relationship improves. So the map is really just a shorthand for that. In the first book, The Married Man Sex Life Primer 2011, and Word to the Wise, do not put a year or date in the title of your book. You will regret it. You will regret it in about 6 months when it turns to the next year. And I did that because originally I thought I will update this book every year, and it will be new and slightly different and change. And in 2012, I really tried, and I made 5 good attempts to rewrite the primer and update it, and it just got darker and darker and heavier as I tried to sort of make it more intense, more primary, and it just went to a darker, meaner place, and I didn't like it and didn't do it. The flip side to that is the second book, which was 2013, the Mindful Attraction Plan, where the map stood for Mindful Attraction Plan. So in the primer, it was called the Male Action Plan because I was aiming at guys, and I called it that because what I really wanted to do was call it the Marriage Action Plan, and that was trademarked by Match.com. They didn't do anything with their trademark, but it was trademarked, so I couldn't use it. I really did want to call it the Marriage Action Plan. So the Mindful Attraction Plan was more co-ed and more whole life. So that's kind of how it went to. And the primer is very focused on the relationship and gaming your partner and trying to be more engaging and fun. And the Mindful Attraction Plan book is far more about managing your personal energy levels, fixing your whole life, looking at your life as a big structural set of problems, and it's a big sort of macro approach. The Chain of Seduction model kind of takes the best of both worlds. And this next part of the video I think is going to be interesting to people who've read either or both of these books. So I've talked in the videos about the 6 links in the Chain of Seduction, physical, attraction, comfort, energy, initiation, and consummation. These very much align in the primer. The concepts of alpha and beta very much aligned to the concepts of attraction and comfort in the Chain of Seduction. I'm basically talking about exactly the same thing. And of course the primer was very heavy on gaming and initiating and escalating and instigating things, and that all very much aligns to the initiation link in the Chain of Seduction. In the Mindful Attraction Plan, I actually had 6 different spheres of your life that you could work on, and 4 of them, the physical, displaying high value, relationship comfort, and high energy sex, they all just perfectly align to the Chain of Seduction things of the physical, attraction, comfort, and the consummation link. The Mindful Attraction Plan had basically nothing about initiation, yet the whole book is really about energy. And is your life put together right? Do you have enough structural things in place that your life is supported? And certainly the money and materials and bits of the personality and preferences stuff, and the whole energy question just completely fits into that energy link in the Chain of Seduction. So the Chain of Seduction really does adapt and use the best bits of everything that's come before it, plus add a few more things. Most particularly the relationship momentum question, which the Mindful Attraction Plan kind of, sort of, almost had it, and the primer had no clue. The other thing that for me, that is amazingly interesting and I find incredibly powerful, and at some point I really do want to write on it and do some videos focused on it, is the Enneagram personality system. I have found so much value and insight and benefit to people once you find out what the Enneagram types are. It explains a whole lot of the personal interactions, and it also explains why people are more attracted to some things or less attracted to others, what creates comfort, what doesn't supply it. And that's just the whole much deeper question. So I'd love to get to that at some point. So I've rambled on long enough. What is the map? It is just a shorthand process to, improving yourself, making yourself more attractive, focusing on what you need to do for the chain of seduction, making yourself a better, stronger, more attractive person so that your partner is more attracted to you and wants to, please you and give you what you want in your relationship. So that's about it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Well, that's the plan. I will talk to you tomorrow, and I'm going to start going through the 6 links in the chain of seduction piece by piece so we can get a little more insight on each of these 6 links. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.